So I will start the application here. So select the standard exe project, click on open. So now we have here the IDE, integrated development environment. This is called as form design window. Here it is title bar, menu bar, standard toolbar, toolbox we have, and here we have project explorer window, properties window, then we have form layout window. These are the components of IDE, VB IDE. Okay, so what is the problem statement? Design a VB application to read student details, only one single student details, and print the same student details on text box. Fine. See here, observe here. So I will take first label and I will set it for the title. Okay, so what title I am going to give? I am just increasing the size of this label width. Then I will just rename the caption as student details, just the title, and I will change the font also. Fine. Then I am going to take one more label, click here, just drag it here, and for this enter first name. Fine. For reading name, in the sense for displaying the instruction to enter the name. Then I will take another label here, I will just move it here below this one. This is for enter last name. Then one more label, increase the width. This is course, enter course. Fine. Another label, this is for college name. Fine, college name. I will just increase the width of these labels. So use the shortcut keys, shift arrows to increase or decrease the width as well as height. To move the controls, control plus arrows. Fine. So now for these, first name, last name, course, college name. Fine. I will take the text box for reading the inputs. Okay. So I will take first text box and I will just set it here in front of the first label. I will increase the width. Fine. Then I will take another text box. I will set in front of the second label. Fine. I will take another, double click on this text box, third text box. I will set somewhere here in front of the third label. Fine. Then fourth text box to read the college name. Set it here in front of the fourth label. Increase the width. Fine. Now see here. Here we have label on the center of the form, almost center, but here we have these labels as well as text box not in the center. So I need to align. How? Just drag and select all these and press and hold control key and just use the arrows to move. Okay, whatever the objects you want to move, just select those objects. If you want to move only single object or single control, select only that particular control. Or if you want to move all or some of the controls, then select all those components. Then press and hold control key and use the arrows key to move right, left, top or bottom side. Fine. See here, almost they are in the center now. Okay, fine. So fine. Now it is properly aligned. Fine, it is center. Now I need what? I need a command button. So I will take one command button to submit this one, user information. Okay, so I will set the command button here. Okay, see here, this is the first diagram. We have done with what? We have done with, that is designing. We have done with designing. Fine. Now after designing phase, what is the second phase? in every VB application, that is changing the properties. Okay, so what properties I am going to change? I will change the form properties. I will just change the form name as FRM1. Then I will change the caption of the form as where it appears on the title. So student details. See here, the title of the window is changed. Next, what I will do? So for this particular window or form, I will change what? I will change background color. See here, I will set it to somewhat highlight, or I will set it to active border. This is the color name. Active border is the color name, system color name. Okay, I will set it to active border. Fine. Now only 3 properties I have changed. Okay, remember these properties, whatever the properties, because we have to write in the table, properties table. So for form we have changed 3 properties. Fine. Next for next for label, first label 1, I will change the label name as LBL1, L capital LBL1. Then I will change the caption of the label and set it to enter student details, and I will just align it to center. Now see here, I will change the alignment property also. I will just make it to center, so the text will be visible on the center of the label. Enter student details. Fine. So only I have changed what? Caption of the label, name of the label, and also I have changed what? Back color as not back color, alignment. Okay. Then for the label 2, I will change the label name as LBL2, or just I will make it as LBL F name, because this label is for what? First name, instructing the user to enter first name. So I will just name it as LBL F name. Okay, and I will change the caption as, instead of LBL, what I will do? I will say first name semicolon. Then for the next label 3, I will change this label 3 name as LBL L name, last name, and I will change the caption of this label, that is last name semicolon. Then remember the properties. Then see here, for this label I will change LBL, that is course, LBL course. I will change the caption as course. Fine. Next, I will change this label property, that is name, as LBL college, and I will change the caption as college. Fine. Next, for the text boxes, I will change the text, that is name of the first text box, as txt f name, that is it is used, first text box is used for reading the first name, right? So I will change the name as txt f name. Then this is for reading the, I will change this property also, that is I will erase the text and I will keep it as blank, that is text property. Then for second text box, I will just say select the name and set it to txt L name, last name. Okay, see here, now you want to set what property again for this one? Text, and you have to erase and keep it as blank, yes or no? See here, instead of going and dragging and searching for the text property, a particular property called text, what you can do? You can say just press Control, see here, Control Shift T. When you press Control plus Shift plus T, it will move the particular property will be selected wherein a property starts with T alphabet. For example, if you want to search for the alphabet or if you want to search for the property that starts with the alphabet B. For example, if you want to set the back color, so back color the property is starting with the letter B. So if you want to directly search for that, just press Control Shift B. See here, it will start from B, the property that starts with letter B. Fine. So I want to set the text property here. So Control Shift T. So the first property starts with T is tab index. I don't want this one. Just move down here and search for the text. So erase this one. Next, I have a text tree. Then I will erase text property of text tree, as well as I will change the name of text tree to, that is txt course. Fine. Next, for text 4, I will change the name txt college, C capital. See here, whatever name you have given, you have to write or use the same name in the coding part. If you give here small capital letter and if you try to use the small letter, it will give an error. Okay, so remember the names. And if you forget also, then come to the form designer window and see the property name and then go for the coding section. Fine. I will change the text property also here. Erase this one. Now, last object, that is command button. I will change the name of this command button and say CMD submit, because I am going to use this command button for submitting the information. So I will just name. See here, give the proper names, appropriate names, meaningful names for any object. Fine. So CMD submit, and I will change the caption as submit. So we have changed all these properties. Okay, so first diagram is, that is with the default properties, whatever we have seen when we insert all the controls. Okay, after first diagram, what you have to do? You have to list down the properties table. What is properties table? This one, already I had given one of the example. See here, this is the first diagram, wherein according to this example, this will change because we have taken different controls here. Okay, so write on that diagram, then below that write on the properties table. See here, these are with examples to first example or application example, but we have changed some more additional properties here. Okay, we have changed the background color, back color of the form. So you have to list down in the same manner. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I will run the application and show. See here. In this way it will display. Okay. This should be what? This should be your second diagram immediately below your properties table. Okay. After this second diagram, what you have to do? This is second window diagram. Okay. After your properties table. After that, what you have to do? You have to write the code. So see here, I am just clicking here submit because we have not yet done any coding part. So it is not working. Okay. Next, I will go to the coding. So for what object I have to write the code here? Just tell me.
Command button.
Yes, exactly. Because in the question they said that when you click on the command button, they should display. See here, whether all these objects are enough to display the information or not, or is there anything that we have to take? Read the question and let me know. Read the question and let me know.
I have to print in the text box.
We need to take what? Sorry?
Text box.
Yes, we have to take
Text
another
box.
text box, because after reading all these we need to display these, right? So we have to take another text box. I will just move this one button below. Fine. I will increase the height of this form also. See here, I will just move this one below. Now I will take another text box, double click here, it will appear on the center, just move it here and display somewhere here and increase the height and width. Fine. Okay, this is the text box. I will change the properties. First, name, txt result, just a name. Okay, then I will change the text property and set it to blank. Is there any other property I have to set for this one? Required property? See here, when I run the application, here I can edit this one also. Is it okay to edit?
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes or
sir.
no? Because see here, in these 4 text box we are going to read the information, we are going to type, the user is going to type. But here it is used for what purpose? To display. Whether is it feasible to allow the user to enter in this text box or not? Just think.
No, sir.
Alright. So
No,
what
sir.
property we have to change?
Enable property.
Yes, exactly. Enable property we have to set it to false. When you run the application, see here, it is not allowing me to enter here something. See here, it is not allowing me to enter anything in this text box. It is only used for display purpose. Fine. Okay. Now the design part is ready. Okay, the design part is ready. Now I will start with the coding. Double click on the command button because we have to write the code for command button. Okay, now don't worry about this option explicit, or I will just explain this one what it is actually. See here, option explicit is nothing but when we start with variables or when we start with the other application like your calculation based applications, we have to take what? We have to take the variables. What are variables? The quantity which changes its value during the execution. Right, so we have to take the variables of a certain data type, then we can assign the value for the variables. But in VB, what is that? One of the feature is that if you don't declare the variables also, it is going to take the variable as by default variable as variant data type. Fine. So if I don't want that to happen, if I specify option explicit means whatever the variables I am going to use in my coding part, the variables must be declared before using them. Option explicit means that explicitly the user has to declare whatever the variables he is going to use in his coding. Okay, so it means the same. If you erase this one, it means that even though if you don't declare the variables, that the variables which are not declared, they will be by default, they are going to be assigned as variant type of data type. Fine. We'll see with the demonstration how actually it works. Fine. Just understand the concepts. Now we'll start with the command button. So see here, where I want to print on this one text box. So what is the name of this text box? Text result. Okay, so double click on the command button. What I will do, see here, text txt text result dot. See here, when I press dot, it is going to list out the properties, right? Just observe here, I will change the name of my text box here. Just I will make some mistake here. For example, I will just make it as RESUT instead of L. Okay, I have just removed the L and I have just made a mistake of a text box name, and I have just typed txt RESUT and dot. See here, when you make mistakes when typing or when entering the object name, any object name it might be command button, text box or label, whatever the object, if you make mistakes in the object name and when you want to select a particular property of the object, it will not show the particular properties list. Fine. Okay, hence you have to remember that somehow asked me the doubt, that is, sir, I am trying for the coding, but I am not getting, when I press the dot here, I am not getting the list of properties. Why? Because you have just made a mistake in the object name here in the coding part. So make sure that you are going to type the correct object name, text result dot here. So what property I have to select here? I have to select what? Text, because I want to display the text right on the text box. So I have to select text equal to, so what I want to display first? The first name, this one. I am going to read this one here. So first name is going to read on which text box? The text box name is txtfname. So see, equal to txtfname dot text. Fine. Now I will run the application and I will show you what happens now. See, I will just say JSS SMI, then course BCA, college JSS SMI. Just an example. When I submit here, what should appear here? We have written a code for only what? JSS. Fine. See here, this is disabled, non-editable, only JSS is appearing. But what should appear here? First name, last name, then course, college. Fine. So we'll write a coding for that. Now see here. So how to concatenate or how to join the string? Now see here, txt l name. See here, in the properties window I had given this T as capital, but here I am taking as small. Okay, but automatically the VB will change it to capital itself. Okay, observe here, txt l name dot text space bar. Fine, it is selected. Now I will just run the application and show you how it works. First name JSS, second name SMI. Okay, so some value for this I will run here. See here, JSS SMI it is typing. Okay, how to get it to new line, we'll discuss that. Okay, first we'll display, that is display the complete thing. Next again ampersand, what? Next again ampersand, we have txt, we have what? The name, text box name for this one, that is txt course. Next one is txt college. Fine. Ampersand txt course dot text ampersand txt college dot text. Fine. When I run the application here, see here, I will just say here, when I submit here, the actually content or whatever the information you have entered is displaying, but is it this very good manner to display? No. Okay, I want to display what? First name followed by last name. Then next line, in the next line I want to display the course BCA. In the below line I have to display what? JSS SMI. So how to do that? Observe here. Observe here. So first what I have to display? I will display what? txt, that is first name. Okay, then followed by ampersand concatenate. See here, here in VB there is a particular constant, VB constant is there called VB new line. VB new line. Okay, then ampersand. What is VB new line? VB new line will add a new line character. Okay, like your /n in C programming. Okay, it is going to add a new line character. So how it works? See here, I have written everything in small, VB new line. Okay, here automatically the VB will be capitalized as well as new N as well as L will be capitalized. Observe here. See, VB as it is, new N as well as L is capitalized automatically. That is the feature of VB. Okay, you are not supposed to write in the same manner. Okay, it is not a case sensitive. VB is not a case sensitive. Even though if you type in a small letters, automatically it is going to automatically set it to default values. Okay, now see here, I have written the code. What I have changed? After first name, after typing the first name, I have taken ampersand, new line, ampersand. In the sense, I have attached what? New line after, immediately after first name, and then I am displaying what? Last name, course as well as college. So I will run the application. See here. Now see here, submit. Whether it is working? No. Why? Just think, we have seen one of the property of the text box. Okay, when you make it to true only, then only the information can be displayed in multiple lines. Which was the property of that text box? Which was the property? That is multi-line property of the text box. You have to set it to true, then only more than one line can be displayed on the text box. So go to the form design here and click on this text box and search for the property called multi-line. The property starts with M, so I will just press Ctrl Shift M. So it will go here. Next, I will select the next, search for the multi-line. See here, it is set to false by default. I will just make it to true. Now it is true. Then, now I will run the application. Observe here. Bahubali, C last name, then course BCA, then college JSS space SMI. When I submit, observe here, Bahubali first name is there. After printing first name, new line character is taken. Yes or no? We have written the code in the same manner. Then C is the last name, then BCA JSS SMI as it is. Now I will try to add the new line characters for all these information. So what I have to do? I have to add here. So how to append or how to concatenate? Again, ampersand VB new line. Then for this and also for this as well, again ampersand VB new line. Observe here. Now observe here. I will run the application. Click on submit. Is it fine? Okay. Now everything is displaying properly in a proper format. Fine? Yes or no? So
Yes, sir.
this is the
Yes,
code
sir.
for. Any doubts here in the code section? See here, one more thing here. Observe here. Here the code, complete code is not visible here. This line is also here we have the scroll bar. You can just scroll to see the next line. Or one thing you can do. See here, if you just click here and press the enter key, it will see here. It will give an error if you do so. If you want to take it to the next line, what you can do? See here, but it is not allowing here. So what you can do? You can just press what? If you want to take it to from this new line, just press what? Space plus underscore, then press the enter key. See here, this underscore will not be considered as code, remember. Okay, this will allow you to go for the or enter for the next line. You can code in the next line. This is nothing but a continuation, underscore. Fine, continuation. Okay, only if you don't give underscore, if you just press the enter key, it will give an error. What error? Compile error, expected expression. It means that the complete expression is not completed, incomplete. So press OK and again take it to the normal position and click or press space bar and underscore, shift plus hyphen underscore, and you can press the enter key. Okay, when a single line of code is very lengthy, then it cannot be seen in a single line view. Okay, then at that time you can use this one. Fine. Okay, fine. I will just erase this one, just understand. Fine. Now, have you written the application in your notebook with problem statement, first default representation, design, then followed by properties table, then after designing the second diagram, then code section, then last output. What should be the output? After displaying, after entering all the text box values, when you click submit, whatever it is displaying, the complete window is the output window. So 3 diagrams along with the properties table as well as code must be there in the same format, whatever form. Okay, now see here, write a question, write the question in your notebook in the same manner, the same application, but you have to read what? Your postal address. Design a VB application to read your postal address and print the same on the text box. See here, whatever properties we have changed, all the properties must be written in the properties table. We have changed for the last text box 4 or text result. For that we have changed what property? One of the important property called multiline, and we have set it to true. You have to mention that also. Or if you change the font, or if you change the background color, foreground color, whatever, if you change any property, you have to just mention that in the properties window or properties table. Fine. Okay, write down the question. Design a VB application to read your postal address and print the same on the text box. So what are the fields? Name, then house name, house number, name, house number, street name, street name, pin code, city, state, country. Okay, other than these, if you have any other information also, you can include, no problem. Fine. So this is the first question. Next, write down the another question. Design a VB application to read students' marks and display on the text box. And display on the text box. Fine. Next question, VB application to read your current semester subject names. VB application to read your current semester subject names and print the same on the text box. Very similar application. Okay, see here, for the marks I will show another example here. I will save this project, save project, give the form name, that is student details, and select the particular appropriate folder. Save. Next, project name, student details itself. Just remove the .frm extension and click on save. Click on no. Fine. Next, I will take another new project. Okay, remove this project. Okay, now this is second project. See here, the second question is reading the student marks, right? So what you are going to do first, for example, just in brief I am going to explain. Okay, you have to write the first title, all those things in a proper manner. Just I have to show something here, so I am just taking the example here. Just assume that this is first subject marks and this label is for reading the second subject marks. Just two I have taken. Okay, you have to write it completely. And first text box, to read the first values and second text box. Fine. Then a command button. I will just set it here somewhere here. Fine. See here, I will change the caption. I will leave the name as it is. I am not going to change, but if I have to change and write it in the table, properties table, and I will change subject, or for example, if I just want to say VB, Visual Basic, second subject name is for example COA or C++, whatever. Okay, I will just change this one and keep it as blank. Then same thing. Then for the command I will change the caption as submit. Okay, see, I will write the code. What I will do, sorry, I have to take another text box, right, to print. So I will take another text box and I will keep it here somewhere here to display the result here. Fine. I will increase the height and width. And what property I have to set? I have to set multiline property for this one. Fine, because fine, sorry. Okay, next I will write the code for this one. See here, text 3, because of the default name for textbox 3 is text3 dot text is equal to text1 dot text. Next, what I have to do? I have to take it to next line to print the next. So ampersand concatenation, then VB new line, ampersand again concatenate, then text2 dot text, the second subject, COA subject. Fine, I will run the application. See here, I have not removed this one, you can remove that. Fine, so I will just say VB marks as 85 and COA marks as 88. Okay, then enter. See here, 85 and 88 is displayed. But if you want to display these captions also, because in the text box if you want to specify the subject name also, what you are going to do? Anyway, subject name you are going to have here in the labels, caption of the label. So how I am going to change? See here, text3 dot text is equal to text1 dot text. In front of that, if text1 dot text, in the sense what? The first text box value, the marks. Okay, but before that marks, if I want to display the subject name, caption which is present in the label 1, so I will just say label 1 dot caption, sorry, label 1 dot caption. See here, ampersand. Just observe here what happens. I will just erase this one also. Okay, I will go to the design phase and I will just erase this text. Fine, I will run the application. See here how it looks. So I will just say VB as 88, then 85, then I will submit. See here, Visual Basic 88. But if I want to provide the space here, Visual Basic after this one, okay, if I want to provide a semicolon with spaces, so I will close the application, open the coding section. See here, label 1 dot caption, after this one I have to provide what? Space. So again you have to concatenate and provide the space. So after ampersand, if you want to write anything or any string, so always use a double quote. So within this double quote you can provide space. If you want a single space, you can just press the single space bar. Or if you want to provide multiple spaces, for example 4 space, 2, 3, 4. Fine. I will run the application and show you. Sorry. See here, immediately after this one we have not yet done the concatenation, so it has given me the error. See. See here, when I try to run, see here, expected end of statement, it means that I have not ended the statement properly, so I have to add here what? Concatenation. So ampersand, I will run the application. see 88, 85, submit, see. Here we have spaces, 4 spaces. Fine. Now if you want to include a single space, semicolon, sorry, colon and a single space, okay, then I will run the application. See 89, 88, submit. This one Visual Basic is 89, next another is 88. In the same way you have to display the subject name also here for this one. Next one, for what? For text. See here, this is for till here it is going to display the caption, that is a Visual Basic ampersand this semicolon with spaces and text1 dot text, in the sense the VB marks. Then ampersand, what you have to do, you have to write the label after ampersand, in the sense after this new line. Okay, again you have to write the label here. So after this ampersand, again just say double quote space semicolon space double quote, complete this one ampersand. See here, we have to write what? We have to write the caption. So write here, that is, what is the second label name? This label name is caption, I want to copy, right? So what is the label name? Label name is label 2. So see here, what I will do, I will say label 2 dot caption ampersand, fine, and semicolon ampersand text2 dot text. Observe here. Fine. See how it looks. Fine. So do in this manner. Just don't print the values only. You have to take the what caption of these, because subject name have to be printed, right? So just take these. See here, I have not just you have to set what enable property to false, because it is